You wake up and immediately reach for your phone. Not because you want to, but because you have to. The silence between waking and scrolling feels unbearable. So you flood it with noise, notifications, deadlines, to-do lists. A digital heartbeat to drown out your own. You tell yourself this is purpose, that this is the grind, that chasing your dreams means never resting. But somewhere deep down, a different voice whispers, what if this isn't ambition? What if you're not chasing dreams? You're running from emptiness. You fill your calendar until there's no room left. You keep moving, keep building, keep proving. But you can't shake that hollow echo. The one that creeps in when the meetings end, when the calls stop, when you're finally alone. Everyone celebrates the hustle. They glorify late nights and tired eyes. But no one tells you how terrifying stillness can be, because when you're still, the mask slips, and the truth starts to seep in. You're not working this hard because you want more. You're working this hard because you're afraid to feel less. What are you so afraid of? That if you slow down, everything will catch up to you. That if you stop running, the silence will swallow you whole. That if you stop performing, you'll have to meet the person behind the performance. They told you dreams come true if you work hard enough, but they never warned you about the dreams you buried to become who they wanted you to be. You weren't born to chase dreams. You were born with them. But somewhere along the way, you stopped listening. You stopped feeling. You started running. Not toward something, but away from it all. Think about it. How much of your life is reaction, not creation? How many of your choices are escapes, not expressions? You want success, but define it. Do you want to be respected or just not ignored? Do you want to be wealthy or just not feel powerless? Do you want to be known or just not feel invisible? These are not goals, these are wounds, and your hustle is the bandage. But bandages don't heal, they hide. Every time you say, I'm just grinding right now, ask yourself why. Are you really building your future, or are you just avoiding your present? You keep saying you'll rest when you make it. But rest isn't a reward, it's a right, and the longer you avoid it, the more fragmented you become. Here's a challenge. Sit in a room alone. No phone, no goals, no hustle. Just silence. Just you. Can you do it? If that thought terrifies you, good. It means you're touching the truth. That maybe your drive isn't power, it's panic. You don't need more motivation. You need more courage. Courage to face the quiet. Courage to meet the parts of you that ambition tried to bury. You were not born to be a machine. You were born to be aware, to feel deeply, to live slowly, to move deliberately. Machines are efficient, but they don't evolve. You do. If you are still watching this, you already feel it. That slow, creeping awareness that something isn't right, that the grind isn't bringing you closer to truth, that the pace is a prison. Don't scroll past this. Don't run from it. Sit with it. Let it hurt. Let it unravel something inside you. And when it does, remember this isn't weakness, it's awakening. There's a reason silence feels like death, because the ego only exists in noise, in attention, in motion. Take those away, and what remains? Not nothing, but something you've forgotten how to face. That feeling you call emptiness. It's not the absence of life, it's the absence of distraction. and beneath it lives everything you've ignored. Your pain, your truth, your fear, your buried self. That's why most people never stop. They'd rather die of exhaustion than face their own reflection. They'd rather stay busy than stay conscious. But you're not most people. You made it this far, which means some part of you is ready to stop running. You don't need more success. You need more stillness. You don't need another achievement. You need alignment. Here's something they never teach you. Clarity doesn't come when you push harder. It comes when you pause longer. That means sitting with discomfort, with uncertainty, with questions that don't have clean answers. Who are you when there's nothing to prove? What remains when the performance ends? Can you love yourself without the applause? You keep building an identity on outcomes. But outcomes are fleeting. What happens when the goalpost moves? What happens when you reach it and still feel empty? Because you will. And you have. And yet you kept going, because starting over felt scarier than burning out. But burnout isn't the problem. It's the symptom of misalignment, of disconnection, of living a life that looks good but feels hollow. You weren't meant to survive your life. You were meant to feel it. Most people won't get this far. They'll tap out. They'll close the tab. They'll call this too heavy, too dark. But you're still here, which means you're ready for more. More honesty, more depth, more truth. Because deep down, you know something. That the bravest thing you can do in a world addicted to productivity is to stop. To breathe, to feel, to face. And if that resonates, you're already part of this. You're not just a viewer, you're a seeker, and Philospiral is for you. Maybe your whole life has been a performance. Maybe the applause got louder than your heartbeat. Maybe the image you've built is so polished you forgot the raw version underneath it all. But here's the invitation. Let the image crack. Let the applause fade. Let the noise die. Because only then can you finally hear your truth. That you are not broken. You're buried. You are not lost. You're hidden beneath expectations that were never yours. You can start over. You can slow down. You can stop running. The world won't end. But your illusion might. And in its place, something real will rise. You don't need permission to rest. You need courage. And if that courage feels small, let Philospiral remind you of its fire. Because true greatness isn't built in chaos. It's born in quiet. It's what happens when you stop escaping and start becoming. This is your wake-up call. Not to hustle harder, but to finally come home. To yourself. You don't need another motivational quote. You need a mirror, and this video is that mirror. If you felt even one uncomfortable truth, then don't run. Don't scroll. Don't numb it. Face it. And when you do, come back to Philospiral.